Yes, now, ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. We're doing some more Real Racing 3. It's the Italian Grand Prix. We're on stage 3 now. I posted the other two stages already. The next two stages after this are obviously going to be coming out soon. So now we just have to finish the next 3 laps in under 1 minute 30, which is it's pretty simple. You know, this track is quite, it's quite a quick track. If you are just neat with everything, you'll be able to do it properly. So let's follow along on the lap, and then I think I'm just going to skip through the other laps because it's literally just the same thing over and over. So here, finding your braking zone just before that third line on the floor, through the first chicane, going through Curva Grande now, trying to get a nice wide run, and then cutting to the inside, getting close to the curb. You can run over the curbs if you want. This game's not too finicky about the curbs. If you run over them, you might not lose the back. And then through Della Roger chicane, you want to cut that corner as much as possible. I could have cut it a bit more there, but it's alright. Through Lesmo 1, go all the way wide, use all the road. Through Lesmo 2 as well. You can get a little bit wider than that if you're pushing a bit more. I like to get my left hand side over that curb. I don't know why, I just enjoy doing it. And then braking through the Scari chicane, you kind of brake before and then it's completely flat out through the rest of it. And now on the back straight, completely flat out, preparing for the Parabolica, which is, I feel like the Parabolica is the most difficult track. It's this and the Della Roger chicane. Those two are the most difficult corners on this track, because Parabolica, if you mess it up, you're going sliding, and Della Roggia, if you're trying to gain time there, you can go off track so easily while you're just trying to cut that corner as much as possible. So I feel like that's what makes those two difficult. So yeah, like I said, we're just gonna skip through it because it's literally me just driving around 3 times. Nothing too interesting about that. So yeah, that is the first goal of stage 3 completed. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Yeah, Sunday afternoon drive. And now, okay, Norm says we have to turn it up a notch, and now we have to overtake everyone without damaging the car, which is a bit interesting. Now, I don't want to lie, I did have to redo this a couple of times. I had to do it so many times. It got to the point where I would constantly just have to pause and see what I have to do again, because I wasn't really sure if I was doing the right thing anymore. So you might see it being a little bit choppy in this video, but that's just because I kept on pausing to see wait, am I allowed to go off track if I have to, or what, what's going on. Through Parabolica, you saw I almost went completely wide there. That's completely fine. Past Esteban Ocon and Antonio Giovinazzi. Yeah, so sorry about that, but oh, we actually don't get past Giovinazzi. This is like what I said before. The problem with this car is the top end speed, which is kind of cool because the Ferrari do struggle with the top end. Giovinazzi tried squeezing the door on me, but it was too late. Get past Mazepin as well, a little bit of contact. But yeah, the problem with this car is top end speed, which is similar to the actual real life Ferrari, where they just don't have any pace really at the top end. So I think the next couple upgrades I do, I'm going to try and prioritize the top speed stuff, just the acceleration and top speed stuff, because this car it's a tractor. We had a little moment out of the Ascari chicane with Daniel Ricciardo, but nothing too crazy. Got Kimi Räikkönen there before we even got to Lesmo 1. George Russell going through Lesmo 2, we went completely wide. We went past him, but we're past him. So yeah, there's no point seeing us get past Russell again, because got past Lando as well, because yeah, me and George had a little kerfuffle, fought a bit, a little bit of wheel banging. We kept on passing each other, then re-overtake just over and over. So yeah, pretty simple. Get past Bottas as well. Just got 4 cars left to overtake with Yuki Tsunoda. I think it's Verstappen, Hamilton, and then Gasly. Wait, I think the game developers were like, oh, Gasly won the 2020 Grand Prix, so let's let him win this Grand Prix in the game, or let's let him lead because we're gonna win the Grand Prix. But yeah, I think it's a little nice touch that they did there. And as you pass him, the goal completes, and that is goal 2 of stage 3 done. Good control and speed out there. Thank you very much. So now something that seems a bit simple We had to just keep engine heat under control, and we had to hit 313 kilometers per hour 6 times. And right here you can see I kind of stopped because I had to upgrade the car, because I tried this like 3 or 4 times before and I just did not get anywhere near 314. So I had to quickly go and slap an upgrade on there because it just was not working. I couldn't get anywhere near 313 kilometers per hour. So I was like, let me just do this, and immediately I've already hit 313. Hit the brakes a little bit there, floored it again, and then I was almost able to hit it, but I couldn't really get it then. We hit 313 before we get into the Roger chicane. I'm using Hamilton as well to help me get closer to that, make it even easier for the car using the draft. We've hit it 4 times now, we just need to hit one more time. I did the brake and accelerator again strategy, and this time we get it, and we get it as we get to our braking zone, which is just perfect. That felt so good. Staring up at the top of the screen to see if I hit it, and then looking down braking, and I'm at my braking zone. That was very nice. And there we go, 6 out of 6. We've done it. This was hard, but the only reason it was hard is because the Ferrari didn't really have that top end speed. Doing a couple happy wheels because, you know, we finally made it. We've done it. That is goal 3 done. Okay, now we're on to the last goal for stage 3, which if you play this game, you know we're gonna have to do upgrades. We have to skid 25 times without going off track or being overtaken, which is, it's a bit mad, to be honest. Like, skidding 25 times, I didn't really understand the points of this goal. I had to do it so many times over and over and over and over because Verstappen is relatively close to you when you have to start doing this, and it's quite annoying because when would you ever skid a Formula One car just to skid it? Like, it's so dumb. And in the total, that's how much you spend, almost 800,000 Motorsport Dollars, so that you can skid 25 times. I don't know. Real Racing 3 is kind of making just dumb things because they're bored. And there we almost went wide, and look at that. Max gets a good run out of the Parabolica, and so of course I have to make this the widest Ferrari you've ever seen, completely blocking him off. I'd say pretty fairly. He's nowhere near me, and so yeah, sliding through the first chicane, almost cut the corner and went off track just there alone. But we're getting there. Like, this mission was, it's one of the more frustrating ones. I always talk about how I want the game to be a little bit more difficult, because real racing, you know, it is somewhat simple. But this season they've given us a couple real humdingers. Like, there's been a couple goals in this Italian Grand Prix that have just been completely ridiculous, and it's just, yeah, it's not even fun anymore. Like, there you saw it kind of cut forward and I gained 2 skids, but that's because I kind of ran out of space on my phone. That's just how long I was attempting to do this, and I was recording the entire time I was attempting to do it. So I ran out of space on my phone, unfortunately, and I had to pause quickly and start recording, but I only started recording after I did another skid, so that's why we lost that. But yeah, we have almost an entire lap to do. In that one lap we just did, we did 18 skids, we have 7 left, so we're pretty much sorted. Oh, okay, I completely lost control of the car there, but we have 8 skids to do in the time of a lap, which is, yeah, pretty simple. Gonna skid into the first chicane. Done. That is the final goal of stage 3 complete. We're almost done with the Italian Grand Prix. Hopefully we can get the Ferrari, because I know I didn't save as much as I would have liked to. Like I said before, Real Racing kind of did just drop this on us. Normally they would like drop it and be like, oh, there's a week before this comes out, but they kind of just dropped it and said, nope, it's available right now. So if you guys are doing this, make sure you have at least 2.5 million. You're gonna kind of need a little bit more than that, but at least have that. In fact, save 3 million Motorsport Dollars, then you'd be able to get this car and upgrade it as much as you'd like to. I've spent like 700,000 in just the past 2 stages. Like, in each stage. So essentially around 1.4, 1.5 million in the past two stages alone. So you are definitely going to have to save a lot to be able to do this. Get the rewards. I get 50k Motorsport Dollars and like 10k Racing Dollars, a couple gold. Yeah, it's, I don't know if it's really worth it. But hey, if you guys are enjoying watching the videos, I'm going to enjoy making them, and I'm going to keep on making them. So thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, share it with your friends. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.